Montreal, they want to close the schools for the entire month of December. When is your holiday season coming up? Like, when is it closed?
I have.
From the 15th?
I have no clue. I know it's like
Thank you.
the week of Christmas and then the week after Christmas.
For Christmas.
What?
School is closed when?
No, my school's gonna stay open. My school's staying open.
Yeah.
But now lots of people are having the chance to switch to online, but our school's still gonna stay open. But I'm guessing lots of people are gonna switch to online now.
Can you do online too?
I can, but I don't want to.
Do you look at these videos or no?
Oh, I just activated it today. Just before we came. So, no, it uploads automatically when I get to Wi-Fi to YouTube. So it saves it on YouTube. I don't want it to upload when I'm on cell tower because I've limited data.
The speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour.
Gets dark fast, huh? Have you noticed? 5:36.
Yeah, it gets dark at like 4.
Now it's 3. It's almost dark. Until when? December 21st, and it becomes, or January 21st. I don't know.
Isn't it March 23rd?
No, I think the darkest days. It's not March. I think
Oh,
it's
no,
January.
March is December 21st.
Yeah, that's the day that.
Isn't that Grandma Gloria's birthday?
Yeah.
Her birthday's gonna be the darkest day.
December or January? Is it December?
Who, Grandma?
No, the darkest day.
Oh, December 21st.
Okay, then it starts getting lighter.